Welcome to Sesame Place San Diego, the newest theme park in California. Sesame Place is themed to, of course, the world famous and most beloved Sesame Street TV show. It's March 26, 2022, grand opening day. This is the second Sesame Street theme park. The first one, Sesame Place, opened originally in Pennsylvania in 1980, and that one's still there. But as soon as you walk into this new one, the latest Sesame Place, you enter the Sesame Street Neighborhood, filled with details that replicates what generations of children and adults have watched their entire lives. From iconic shops to Big Bird's nest. Big Bird actually makes appearances here throughout the day for Big Bird story time. And of course, you gotta make a visit to the most famous address here, 123 Sesame Street. 123 Sesame Street with the famous, iconic, and welcoming stoop and stairs. Sesame Place San Diego is a combination of a water park and a theme park. Here is is Oscar the Grouch's trash can, as it's located on the show. Excuse me a second. Oh. There's a sign here that says "Do not knock" and "Do not ring the doorbell." But if you ring the doorbell, you can hear Oscar.
You go scram to the foodie truck and annoy Cookie Monster and Donner instead, huh?
Of course, when Oscar the Grouch has a sign that says "Do not ring the doorbell," let's ring the doorbell again.
Who's knocking on my can?
One more time, Oscar.
You're right, Fluffy. It does sound like a herd of elephants out there.
That's just an example of how Sesame Place is meant to be an interactive park for the young and the young at heart. The very first attraction you see as you walk in is a sunny day carousel.
He sit on the bench first, or stay on the inside of the platform.
The Sunny Day Carousel, of course, is named after the famous lyrics from the Sesame Street theme song, which starts with "Sunny day, chasing the clouds away." Excuse my singing. But so, you start out your visit here with the Sunny Day Carousel. Turning to your left is Hooper's Store, by the famous Mr. Hooper, who sadly passed away decades ago, but still, his store remains. And here are details along the shop windows. To next to Mr. Hooper's store is one of these interactive windows. You see different characters. Sesame Place also sells these interactive wands. Like I have an Elmo one. If you see these signs with the stars, just tap here. Tap that wand and special things happen, including mysterious characters that may appear. So let's tap that wand. Cookie Monsters appeared. Let's do it again. I'm going to tap the wand again. Another character appeared. Let's tap the wand again. Okay, one more time. Let's tap the wand again. And she's back. Another cool thing, they give you a hint. There's two pipes here. Talking and pipe in one side, and you listen to your friend's voice that turns into the sound of a monster on the other end. We're gonna skip that one and we'll keep walking through Sesame Place. Mr. Hooper's store, of course, is one of 2 gift shops in the park, selling all things Sesame Street. There was an 8:30 a.m. grand opening ceremonial moment, and then the park opened at 10 to the public, and it's been jam-packed busy since. It's a Saturday opening weekend, it's warm and hot, and spring break season. Here's another look at Mr. Another Mr. Hooper sign store, or signs for it. More details in the windows. Like, these are the cool details that I think adults will appreciate more than the kids. Of course, there's a big crowd forming because the daily parade is about to start. Well, actually, the second running of the parade, called Sesame Street Party Parade. The Sesame Street Party Parade is less of a traditional parade and more of a dance party, where some floats, of course, many of your popular Sesame Street characters make appearances. They stop in the middle, accompanied by athletic dancers with upbeat music. They sing and dance and clap, and then the parade moves on. It's a very modest parade, but you know, it's very entertaining for people of all ages. Here on the side of Mr. Cooper's store, it's another button, another interactive feature. Let's tap this one again.
Welcome to our special street with monsters and fairies and grouches to meet. There are so many things to do and to play, so I hope that you have a very sunny day.
Okay, well, let's tap the wand again a second time, see what else happens.
Welcome to Sesame Street, where there are monsters and fairies and grouches to meet.
And there's instructions. If we push the numbers in order, 1, 2, 3, 4, see what happens.
What? Oh, hello! 1 minute! I was just fluffing up my lovely blue fur. It is not so easy being this cute, you know.
So we push 1, 2, 3, 4 to get Grover. Now let's press these numbers in order to get and see what Abby says. 1, 2, 1, 2.
To call Grover, press 1, 2, 3, 4.
Oh, more instructions. But let's keep moving because it's getting crowded here pre-parade. Which... Can we go through here or is it dead end? Go through. Go around. Go around. All right. We'll walk around because the parade's starting soon and it's getting crowded. Here there are self-service lockers. Since a combo day park, dry park and water park, you get self-service lockers. They cost $25 small, regular $30, jumbo $40. Earlier, I did record the first public performance of the Sesame Street Party Parade. Oh, I'm sorry. Sorry, because I'm trying to get around. Can't go around here. Sorry about that. Thank you.
It's too many of them. The park got to get ready to close. They want to have another parade.
Oh, sorry, we're kind of going around. And we're passing by Sesame Souvenirs, the second store. This store also sells a collection of swimwear, beach clothes, and anything else you may need in case you forgot your swimwear coming to a water park.
Where is the fish? Come here, I'll tell you.
Yes, the second running of the parade is about to start, but it's still crowded regardless.
Dapat doon tayo sa kabilang side.
There's just semi-outdoor mobile guest services out here as well. And from the front to this way is the end of the parade route. It's pretty short. Like I said earlier, it's more of a dance street park that stops versus being a traditional parade. But later tonight, I'll post a full video of the parade from earlier today. So here's another attraction we see. Cookie Monster's Cookie Climb. Which you can see is a family-friendly drop ride. And straight ahead, but it's kind of busy as we walk through there, is where all the food's located. So basically in the center area of the park, well, actually why not? Let's walk through here. Everyone's watching the parade, so the food area is not as crowded anymore. But the good and bad of the food locations is that there's mostly three main food places. They're all fast food, quick service style. It's centrally located, but all three places are located next to each other. Here you can see these picnic benches here, which are practically emptied, being near the end of the day, past meal times, and near a parade time, so people are watching the parade or lining up for it. But during lunch hours, it was insanely packed, and for a busy day, for peak lunch meal times, this is not enough tables for food, for dining. So in the back, this Rockwater Oasis that sells beer, margaritas, and some alcoholic drinks. Here we're approaching the first of three food places. This one's Telly's Trattoria. Telly's Trattoria sells pizza, salad, and it's a very basic menu. Pepperoni pizza is $14.99, cheese pizza is $13.99, and they come small individual sizes. Next door is Grover's Grill. We'll get closer to the menu. Grover's Grill serves hamburgers. Bacon cheeseburger for $17. Impossible Burger, $17. Fried chicken sandwich, $16. Comes with waffle fries. And you can buy a one-day souvenir bottle over drinks for $20. But they do not sell an all-season refill cup. So one day $20, or bring back the same cup for future days, and it's $2 per refill in the future. Or $5 for a one-time paper cup. Excuse me. And we'll go to the third food place available, right next door as well.
Which one you feel like?
And this is Monster Snacks. Monster Snacks basically serves fried chicken tenders or chicken fingers. Get closer to the menu. Chicken tenders with fries is $15. And you can get a side salad or extra side of waffle fries if you want. So as you can kind of see, it's just bare basic generic theme park food here. So I wish, so far, I mean, it's only day one of this park, but between pizza, hamburgers, fried chicken tenders, fried chicken sandwich, it's a very generic theme park food. Nothing special. I tried some earlier, it tasted fine, but I guess it's what you expect. Let's head back and make a grand loop. Since we diverted to the middle for the food places. It goes more colorful signs telling you where to go. If you know where you want to go based on rides or attractions. There's a Cookie Monster full op next to his drop ride. And the park was jam-packed today, like I said. It was really hard to walk by midday. But it's actually kind of good that I'm doing this walk through the park now near the end of the day and while the parade's about to start. So we actually do this walkthrough area a bit. So there are plentiful of life jackets available for guests to grab on their own. Here we're entering the water park section. This gigantic wave pool is called Big Bird's Beach. Big Bird Beach is big enough for a busy day like today. Of course, you can see the waves are gentle enough for the young or those who don't want to brave giant waves as in other parks. And there's first come, first serve beach chairs surrounding Big Bird's Beach wave pool. And right across is a grassy area with more seating areas. Picnic tables, giant canopy awnings. So we're going counterclockwise. There's a quick service grab and go place with snacks and bottled beverages next door to Big Bird's Beach. And of course, there are signs all over the place about different height requirements for attractions and rides. It looks pretty nice now. It's kind of empty, like I said, near the end of the day while people are watching the parade. But this was jam-packed. You could barely find any spare plot of green grass earlier. Next door is one of those soft play areas for Rosita's Harmony Hills. Rosita's Harmony Hills. Rosita, of course, is a Latin character, so it's decoratively themed. It's actually like a giant guitar on the ground. It's kind of cool, and it's of course one of those. This is one of those soft areas. Here's Rosita. And you can see the shape of this giant guitar that people can climb on. It wasn't turned on today, but I'm sure there are normally water features and water sprinklers that which makes this a water playground area. But again, the water was not turned on today for whatever reason. Again, it's only day one of this grand opening. Plenty more grab your own life And now here's our first water slide. This is themed to Mr. Snuffleupagus. Snuffy Spaghetti Slides. You go up these stairs to the top. And like spaghetti, it twists around and around and around until guests come out here. And there's Snuffy sitting in a bowl of spaghetti. For Snuffy Spaghetti Slide. We'll keep going counterclockwise. Here's a swing ride themed to Abby. And it's Abby's Fairy Flight. There's some pretty lights, I'm sure, when it gets darker. We'll keep moving. And everyone who watches Sesame Street knows Ernie loves playing his rubber ducky and with a bubble bath. So we have a rub-a-dub sub for Ernie. With his submarine ride. We'll watch it take off. Well, some other, this is a kind of a generic theme park ride, carnival ride. Sometimes it's a magic bus, as it's called, or something else. But at least here they have Sesame Street theming. And this submarine is called the SS Duck.
You finna ride the submarine?
Or SS Ducky, Les. SS Ducky. It'll take off in a moment. While we wait for their safety checks by the team members here, you can see behind us is more tubes and more slides, which we'll walk by in a moment.
For your safety, please remain seated, holding on to your lock bar, keeping all hands, arms, and legs inside the submarine at all times. Thank you, and enjoy your ride. Rubber Dub Sub will stop completely from the top.
There we go, the family-friendly Rub-a-Dub sub. And here's Abby's Fairy Flight in motion. Behind these two rides is a Sesame Street Theater. Sesame Street Theater seats around 700 people. It's an outdoor amphitheater with minimal shading, so be warned if it's hot and warm. But a cool little detail underneath it, in front of the theater, are these handprints and signatures similar to Grauman's Chinese theater in Hollywood. Abby Kadabi, Big Bird, Cookie Monster, Elmo, Oscar the Grouch. I'm not sure how life-size these are. Like, Big Bird's feet looks a little bit too small to me. Like, I'll put my shoe next to it. I think Big Bird probably has bigger feet than I do, most likely. But still a cool detail here. And to the side, it's one of those parody things that those will appreciate more. I can't go beyond the rope at the moment, but parodies these posters, the parodies brawling musicals, Preschool Rock with Grover instead of School Rock, Scramleton with Oscar the Grouch instead of Hamilton, Les Monsterables instead of Les Mis. There's a couple more on the other side too. And I'll post another separate YouTube video earlier today that I took of the very first performance in the theater. So Sesame Street Theater performs one show only, a couple times a day for now. It's called Welcome to Our Street. Features dancing, singing by Elmo, Grover, Abby, Cookie Monster, Rosita, as they try to welcome friends to Sesame Street. Hence why the show is called Welcome to Our Street. And each of the characters or monsters have a different idea what kind of show they want to present. And then they brainstorm and come up with a fun idea at the end. So this actually was very entertaining, energetic for adults, and entertaining for adults as well as kids.
No, they can't.
A caricature face painting station is here, but it wasn't not open today. Decorative walls. At this spot earlier, there was various Muppets and Sesame Street characters are related, but there was various Sesame Street characters that popped up along this wall just for surprise appearances. I saw the Count, Grover, and a couple other ones that rotate throughout the day. Life jackets and changing rooms too. And restrooms behind it, so changing rooms for you here. A beverage station that serves both non-alcoholic and alcoholic drinks. And behind the theater, we saw some of these tubes, which are both for Ernie and Bert's Twisty Turvy Tunnels. Along the hillside. To the right is Oscar's Rotten Rafts. Next to Oscar's Rotten Rafts are some cabanas that you can rent. And also another perk for paying the price of renting a cabana is you can get a Wi-Fi code. Sesame Place does not offer free Wi-Fi, but guests who rent a cabana get a Wi-Fi code. Another perk of renting a cabana is there's a small pool in the back of this area. That's only for cabana guests. And here's the entrance, the exit from Oscar's Rafts. It goes high, minor turns, and Oscar's Rafts that can fit a family or a group of friends drops down below here. Next door's Honker Dinger Dash. You can attempt to race your friends or race strangers side by side. There's some people coming down now. Well, looks like they had a good time. Let's keep moving counterclockwise around Sesame Place.
Can you please not record us?
So again, this was Honker Dinger Dash. And there's a sign that says Magic Queue. So this is Sesame Place's version of Fast Pass, Lightning Lane, where you pay extra and use their Magic Queue.
All of your camera!
Here's another view. Oh, and here's the lazy river, Big Bird's Rambling River. Big Bird's Rambling River, and there's twos for one person or two people. The water is not that deep, so you could obviously float around the lazy river, or could you actually walk, well, teenagers or adults are tall enough to actually walk barefoot while basically standing and walking through the water as well. Again, it's the end of the day where most people are out of the water watching a parade, but this was jam-packed with people earlier in the day. So it's actually kind of peaceful right now. Right now, we walked through about halfway of the park. Sesame Place San Diego takes up 17 acres. And this theme park is actually, while it's brand new theming and rebranded as a Sesame Place Sesame Street Park, it originally opened as a water park. And its last incarnation was Aquatica San Diego, owned and operated by SeaWorld. Sesame Place is still operated by SeaWorld Parks and Entertainment. But I think it was a wise choice of them to make this a Sesame Place park that has a more of appealing theme versus a generic ocean-ish aquatic park. There's Elmo's rocket flyers below us. The classic Dumbo type spinning ride. And there's even these kind of cool windmills that are spacey like next to it as well in this area. While we cross this bridge, gives you a great view of the lazy river. So overall, Sesame Place, like I said, is 17 acres. It only has a total of 18 rides. 11 of the 18 rides are water rides, and 7 of them have been added as dry rides, so to speak. So on the ratio of 11 water rides to 7 dry rides, it's more of a water park than a theme park. But hence, it was originally a water park here. This is the Count's Splash Castle. There's more cabanas on the side as well. There's a giant bucket at the top that of course fills up and will eventually drop a big load of water. Oh. And there goes the bucket of water. Keep going around the perimeter of the park.
Y'all staying there?
And here's Elmo's Silly Sand Slides. Tongue twister. Elmo's Silly Sand Slides. Which you can see, it's for more for the younger kids or people who don't want anything drastic. Or the pool around it and a waterfall. It's kind of cool too. Plenty of beach chairs around so parents can watch the young ones play in the water. There's a giant E there for Elmo, of course. There's a friendly castle with Elmo and even Elmo's dog, Tango. Tango the dog is here too. Plus the goldfish. Behind in the distance is Super Grover's Box Derby racers. We'll go by there in a second. More of the lazy river. That basically goes around the middle section of the park. Up these stairs to the bridge now. More great views of Big Bird's Lazy River on the bridge. I don't think we've seen any people on it since we started walking around the park. Down the stairs of the bridge now. So when you see the crowd is dispersed, the Sesame Street Parade dance party is over. And it only lasts about 20 minutes. We're passing by the lockers again, since we made this perimeter walk around the park. There are a few Dippin' Dots station kiosks around as well. The giant structure ahead is Cookie Monster Mixer. Go up that tall stairs, through the tubes, and into the giant funnel for Cookie Monster Mixer. You can see the details up above. It's Cookie Monster's ingredients for making cookies. Behind it is Super Grover's Boxcar Derby. A brand new kids-friendly roller coaster added to the park. And we'll go watch this roller coaster take off. From the station, it goes around, up the lift hill.
Watch out! Keep going! We are almost at the finish line! Your boxcar can go really fast! Woohoo!
Finish! Back to the station. That was it.
Race course goes around, over, under, and through. It is very confusing.
Thank you for riding Super Grover's Boxcar Derby. The ride is now ending. Exiting guests, please lift up on your safety harness.
That was a very
and
quick
exit
ride.
carefully to your right. Thank you, and enjoy the rest of your day At Sesame Place.
And when you exit, there are some ride photos you can check out. And then we're now back to the front of the park with the Sesame Street Neighborhood section. Whereas there's Cooper's store and the gift shop straight ahead again. Park photos for not just the Super Grover roller coaster, but for any other photo needs, you can go there as well. We can add, well, there are a decent amount of park photographers in the park, and they can add their QR code from the park photographers onto your photo key if you have one for the day or for the season. Back here again is the Sunny Day Carousel near the entrance. The bottom end of Cookie Monster's Mixer's funnel. More photo backdrops in the Sesame Street Neighborhood. This crosswalk in the wall behind it is also the parade gate of where the parade starts. It looks like it's closed for the day, but here's photos with Elmo and friends. Inside there's, you can take a picture of the Elmo and one other character that rotates. Earlier today was Elmo and Grover. And they add a green screen behind it. You're taking a picture with the green screen, they add a Sesame Place background behind it. And more interactive elements here. Well, Elmo and Grover are happy. And they are back to where the front area again, next to the 1-2-3 Sesame Place stoop steps. You're not ring Oscar's Grouch's bell. Why not?
Leave me alone and get lost!
Here, light is on.
For safety, do not attempt to change seats. Horses will walk on the ride platform. Thank you. Enjoy your ride.
Of course, everyone needs a photo spot here. A photo here, the most famous, most popular photo spot. Excuse me. Just look at some of the more details in the Sesame Street Neighborhood area. The newsstand. Sesame Street Daily newspaper. Again, more details that adults will appreciate more than kids. Laundromat. How to make your clothes pink. Add a red sock to a white shirt. Ah. Washomatic. Interactive screens. And look, a star. So let's tap the wand, magic wand here. See what happens. Oh, let's tap the wand again. And more bad. Oh, yeah. So when you tap the wand, like more things happen on the screen. That's all. Let's tap the wand again. No, you have to use. You have to buy the wand. They don't give it away for free. You gotta buy their wand, and then with the star in it, you tap it, and then some magical things happen on the screen. Oh, colorful bubbles, I guess. That's what happens when you tap the wands here. Up the bubbles, see what's inside.
Which one do you want?
Again, we're near the front of the park again. We're back to Big Bird's nest. Excuse me. There's Big Bird's mailbox. Some of Big Bird's belongings. Adorable, full of Big Bird with his best friend, Mr. Snuffleupagus. More of Big Bird's possessions, including this very touching drawing or caricature of Mr. Hooper. In the bike shop, there's more interactive elements too, based on where you stand and how you move. Reminds me of Dance Dance Revolution, for those who remember that. And next to the bike shop is another interactive wand spot, so let's try that. Oops. Oops, sound effects. Again, more attention to detail with these signs and this message board.
All right, Peter, let's go.
There's kids around, but we do want to check out Bert and Ernie's door as well. This is for Bert and Ernie. Let's try the star. Oh, Ernie's famous laugh. or snickering.
Have you seen Rubber Ducky? Rubber Ducky, you're the one. You make bath time lots of fun. Rubber Ducky, I'm awfully fond of you. Go, 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 yo.
Oh, thanks for singing, Ernie. Let's try this again.
Rubber Ducky, you're the one. You make bath time lots of fun. Rubber Ducky, I'm awfully fond of you. Go, 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 yo. Rubber Ducky, you're the one. You make bath time lots of fun. Rubber Ducky, I'm awfully fond of you. Go, 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 yo.
Alright, so that's Bert and Ernie's door. And if you push the doorbell, let's see what happens.
Hiya. Oh, hi. I was just thinking about my favorite letter, W. Oh, watermelon, word, walrus. Do you see anything that starts with W?
Okay, now we know Bert's favorite letter is W.
Hi there.
Oh, it's Ernie again. And again, that was a hint if you didn't know to do so, which we just did. Ring the doorbell. Listen for a fun response. And behind Big Bird's nest, bulletin board for Sesame Street Birdwatchers Club. Oh, it's kind of cool. Birds of Sesame Street in silhouette. I honestly don't think I can identify all the birds of Sesame Street, besides Big Bird, of course, and a few other ones. Again, more cool details. That makes Sesame Place more like Sesame Street come to life. Can you name the bird this feather belongs to? A giant yellow feather? I think the answer is too easy. Like I said earlier, in this, besides being Big Bird's nest, he comes out throughout the day for Big Bird's story time, where he's aided by a human friend who reads a story, and then there's a photo op with Big Bird at the spot afterwards. And again, earlier I recorded a full video of one of Big Bird's story times, and I'll post that onto Theme Park Times YouTube later this evening as well. And one more cool thing to know about this park is that I'm starting with the original Sesame Place in Pennsylvania, and now this second Sesame Place San Diego. Both Sesame Place theme parks in the United States are certified autism centers that welcomes families of all ages and all kinds. And many of the team members here are trained to help guests who may have cognitive disorders, including autism, sensory disorders, and other sometimes invisible disorders and disabilities. So as part of that commitment of Sesame Place as a certified autism center, many of the signs for each attraction has a sensory guide. You can see from the sensory guide relating to levels of touch, taste, sound, smell, and sight. It helps guests decide if a certain attraction with different senses is appropriate for that family or not. And behind Hopper's gift shop is also a couple of quiet rooms. The quiet rooms allow guests who may need relief from sensory stimulations in the park. And there's certainly stimulation overload between sounds and sights here. That's not a bad thing. I mean, the more you look around, especially in the front Sesame Street Neighborhood section of the park, there's details everywhere. Like this crosswalk, for example. It's a Mr. Snuffleupagus crossing sign. As we take one more circular pan, you can see many of the dry rides, water rides all around. This small park, but plenty to do for day guests. And let's go by this ride straight ahead that we didn't walk by earlier today because of parade crowds, parade traffic earlier. So this is the Sesame Street Soar and Spin, your classic kids, family-friendly balloon spinning ride that goes up and spins mildly around. But of course, it features different Sesame characters on each of the different balloons, where you ride in a basket. Yeah, so we're standing basically in the middle of the park. Again, Sesame Street Soar and Spin. Again, in the middle are the three main quick service fast food places. The park's also technically closed now. It's 6:15 p.m. on Saturday, March 26, 2022. Grand opening day of Sesame Place San Diego. So that's why it is empty, because I guess they're slowly leaving. Oh, we saw it from up above. Here's it earlier. Here's the sign for Elmo's Rockin' Rockets. So I've been here a full day from 8:30 a.m.'s grand opening ceremonial moment to now it's past closing. So my overall thoughts, I didn't go any water attractions or slides, but it's definitely more than enough to do in the daytime for a full day park. Cool thing is we're in sunny San Diego, where this will be a year-round park that's open, as opposed to seasonal water parks in other parts of the country. Regular price for park admission is $80 per person per day. You may find discounts online, but it's $80 a day. Not cheap, but not overly priced when compared to some other theme parks. $80 a day is a lot of money, but they do offer 3 different levels of season passes. If you get a platinum level Sesame Place Park annual pass, or any SeaWorld parks, SeaWorld, Busch Gardens, Sesame Place, platinum level, that includes admissions to all SeaWorld, Busch Gardens, and Sesame Place parks around the United States as well. So it's much easier to walk around now that the park's closed. It's slowly clearing out. But if you're an adult without kids, is it worth coming? I'd say it's worth coming at least once. The family-friendly water rides, for anyone who's not looking for anything too crazy. There are lots of crazy water slides at different water parks around the country, but you won't find anything too crazy here. So this is yet another fun place to visit in San Diego County. In the city of Chula Vista, it's about 25 to 30 minutes south of downtown San Diego. So Chula Vista is not quite, but almost to Mexico, a few miles away. So Sesame Place does also offer pin trading or pin purchasing. So inside Hopper store for the Twillbug flower section, no plants or flowers are sold, but 1, 2, 3 trade with me Sesame Place pins are available. Here are some of those character handprints and signatures that we saw earlier in front of the theater, but in pin form. And while we're here, let's look at some of the merchandise available. Most of it's, of course, various kinds of Sesame Place or Sesame Street merchandise of all kinds. But there's not too many Sesame Place specific merchandise. It's all nothing like park, not too many things are park specific, it seems. And the lines for the two merchandise stores have been long all day from opening till now. As you can see, the two stores are not that big. Half of the store is occupied by guests right now. Some of cool Sesame Street characters playing in water like a water park, but again, doesn't even say Sesame Place. Well, there's something to say Sesame Place on it, like this frame. We Heart roller coasters. A cute mug. Again, just about everything here is cute. From merchandise to the land to details. Another, just some thoughts for myself is that, so they've majorly, revamped, rebranded, reimagined this park from Aquatica San Diego to Sesame Place. But even though, everything looks new cement, wide open spaces when there's not crowds, you can see all the newly planted trees. So like earlier today, when it was blazing hot, you can see there's not much shade. A lot of concrete and zero park benches. I do mean zero. From the park entrance so far, looking around this entire area, there are plenty of beach chairs around the pool and water areas you can see. So they're seating around the water park areas, but along the main front Sesame Street Neighborhood area, this is what this park needs a major improvement on. People are sitting on the ground, sitting on small cement edges, like these guys here, just sitting along the edge of cement rails next to fences because there are no bench. You would think a family-friendly park geared toward kids or families with kids would have more benches, even the so-called dry amusement park, theme park sections. But there's not a single bench in the entire park. I hope that gets changed in the future. But we'll make our way back toward the front now. So you've had more than a grand circle tour, zigzagging through the parts of the middle. You can see that in roughly an hour, at a very casual pace, we've walked through the whole park. Going back toward the sunny day carousel. Passing Hooper store again to the front. 123 Sesame Street address and famous stoop steps, and back toward the exit. Well, thanks for watching this complete walkthrough of Sesame Place San Diego on its grand opening day on Saturday, March 26, 2022. Stay tuned to Theme Park Times YouTube. I'll post videos recorded from earlier today of the very first public performance of the parade and the very first public performance of the Sesame Street stage show. Thanks for watching, and please follow us and subscribe to Theme Park Times on YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Have a good night from Sesame Place San Diego on grand opening day. Bye for now.